Hi, Libra. Yeah. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Everyone wants to fight. Everyone wants to re-examine. Saturn, still kicking your ass. What can you live without? Oh, you can't live without that? I'm going to take it. Your family, acting a mess. Partner, you want to strangle them. Person who's not really your partner, but is stressing you as if you were in a relationship. Everyone wants to stress Libra out. I can feel it. It feels really unfair. You guys are definitely feeling very unfairly treated. It's like you don't want to engage. You shouldn't engage. You should take a little step back. Yeah, I know you love to connect, you love to engage, but you need to take a step back. As always, when you're upset, Temperance card, remember Libra, it's a balance between heart and mind. When we get unbalanced like this, it's usually Libra is unbalanced in the mind. Too much on the mind. I think in April it'll be too much in the heart. Everything will hurt. Everything, you'll take it personally. Everyone is trying to shade you. Everyone is trying to get to you. Everyone is trying to fight with you. And most of it actually is not in your head. That's the funny part. It's not paranoia. I think you thought I was going to be like, but it's not true. No, it might be true. It might be true. And the Temperance card coming in to say, if you're too much in your heart about it and you let your feelings get hurt, like, there's no limit, to how much pain you can feel. You know that. Like, as a Libra, because you're connecting people, how do people connect people? They connect them through feeling. This sort of immature, generalization that air signs don't have feelings. No, we're just good at doing something with our feelings instead of just having them. So you have them, and then you basically can sort of infer other people's feelings, and then you connect based on those things. So for you to not take it personally, not to feel, it's next to impossible. So I'm asking you to do next to the impossible. However, if you want to go through this with your heart on your sleeve, and by this I mean April, you might get a little scarred or like bruised up. I don't think you should. There's nothing wrong with, sitting on your throne with your scales and not wanting to use the sword. You don't have to. It's not necessary. 4 of Wands. Celebration, happiness, stability, home, weddings, love. When things are so combative and so antagonistic with so many people, it can be easy to forget that most of those people really do love you and want the best for you. It can be easy to forget when you're single that this day will come again at some point. It can be easy to forget when you're depressed that there are days again where you will be so happy and love being alive. So that hit a nerve, loving being alive hit a nerve. Camera froze. So the 4 of Wands here, just to reassure you, because you're going through a hard month. I think you've been going through a hard year so far. It's been pretty, the Libra readings have been heavy. This is the first one that doesn't feel quite so heavy. This one feels more panicky, more anxiety-ridden, but not so much pain. And I think that's actually healthy, because I think your anxiety will keep you away from the more painful stuff. If you didn't have the anxiety to curtail your heart, you might get into some serious trouble this month. So, and you're already, like I said, Saturn's already been kicking your ass for years. So, especially since the beginning of the year. Especially if you were born towards the beginning of Libra, end of Virgo. I know people who have that placement who are just going through it. Like, and it's just like 3 years. It just won't let up. Just like one thing after another, after another, after another. And I think the Four of Wands comes in here to be like, don't worry. It's all to set up the 4 posts. Knight of Wands. There are going to be messages coming in. There are going to be people reaching out, but also it's about you being in a somewhat receptive position as opposed to doing stuff right now. You don't need to do much right now. Temperance is a pretty receptive card. It has to do with internal stuff. The Four of Wands is about a celebration, so very receptive. People come to you, come to your house, to your celebration, to your party. The Page of Wands is about messages being sent. But in relation to the other two, I would say you shouldn't be the one sending the messages. Don't do the Libra thing. Don't do the Libra thing. Don't do the Cancer thing. Don't do the Capricorn thing. Don't do the Aries thing. Don't do the cardinal sign thing where you feel like you have to direct this situation. Or any situation in your life right now. Take a break. Take a what about Bob break from your vacation from your problems, and vacation from everything you feel you need to control, and just take April off. You're going on vacation. April is your vacation because everyone wants to test you. For some reason, they want to hurt your feelings. For some reason, they do not want you doing well. They don't want you to be happy. They want to bring stuff up and shade you with it. There's a fire sign in your life, or a couple of fire signs, who have not been very nice, who are throwing shade constantly, who are hurting your feelings. There's a lot to want to get away from. Like, my shoulders hurt. Since I started doing the reading, my shoulders have, like, not that you can see, but like internally I can feel it. Because you just feel like so much is like, ugh. You know, why are all these people? Sometimes I feel like no matter what you need. You know? Why has everybody got their eyes on you? I mean, sure, you're the center of it all right now. And it's not the best time to be the center of it all because you don't feel like being the center of it all. But you're kind of always the center of it all. But it's hard to do that when you've got problems, you know? It's hard to go out there and be the diplomat on the celestial stage when your heart's breaking inside. Or when your spouse is being a douche. Or when your money situation isn't quite right. Or when some family member's feeling real froggy, you know, and you want to, like, break their neck. Like, it's hard to still be that Cary Grant, you know, hi, how are you? Nice to see you. Like, I've got a Libra friend that turns it on so well, he breaks my heart when he does it. Every time he does it, there's a part of me that, like, hurts, you know, watching him do it. Like, he'll be in these, like, really emotional, sad, devastating conversations with me about him and his, like, girlfriend or whatever. And then someone will come over, maybe my parents come over, or, like, my brothers come over, someone will come over. And his, you know, bring it together game is so uncanny. It's so strong that it unnerves me a little bit almost because I know how much pain he's in, but you can't even see it in his eyes. You know, like with me or with most people, like if they're hurt, even if they're really good with the put it together game, like I got an Aries mom, I'm really good at getting it together, no problem. But you can still see the hurt in my eyes. If I'm hurting, it's really hard to, like, I can't keep it out of my gaze. But, I mean, he turns it on like a shark. Like, his gaze changes. He's fine. He's like, you know, whoa. So, you, because you're so good at that, because you do it so well, there's a lot of people that get away with shading you, a lot of people that get away with a lot of stuff. And right now, I don't think is the time to pop off on people. Because right now, I don't think you feel like playing that, you know, put the mask on game. I don't think you want to do that right now. I think you want to pop off if people get in your face. And I don't think you should because you're being very, in Urdu we call it jazbati. Juzbati meaning emotional. Like juzbat, like going from your feeling. So Temperance card, like you're not balanced. Now you're balancing too far the other way. First we were over here last month, now we're over here. The Emperor. Very good. Very good. 1 second, sorry. All right, sorry about that. The Emperor. So, Mars is definitely coming up strong in every reading because Mars is just going to be all over the place, causing all sorts of havoc and inconvenient situations. And for you guys, this is why the Temperance card came up first, because this is going to be the prevailing energy. You are going to want to pop off. You will. People will push you to it with their words, with their communication. They will try to bring this out of you. You're also, it looks like, in communication with an Aries. So fire sign, the fire sign we were talking about now, clarifying as the Aries. Be careful, Libra. The Aries came up in reverse in the Virgo reading that I did just before this. I think that the Aries peoples are having a very hard time right now, and I don't think that your delicate sensibilities need to be around them right now. I think you need to leave them be. However, if they are reaching out to you in a romantic way, they are quite serious. They are quite serious. However, is that somebody that you want to be that serious with is really the question. And a lot of what you're really dealing with, like we were saying, you're so good at putting on the front, a lot of what you're really dealing with is going to come up and out in April because it cannot be suppressed anymore. And that's when you're the most vulnerable, so be very careful, because a character like that preys on vulnerability. Don't spend time with people that you know take advantage of you when you're vulnerable, because you will be vulnerable. If that means you need to isolate, isolate, but find a way to do it that isn't the 9 of Swords energy. I think I called it the 10 of Swords because it just looks so bad. Find a way to take a vacation from your problems, what about Bob style, without having this be the vacation. You know, I didn't say take a vacation from the world and stay in your house and be upset. I said take a vacation from your problems. If you woke up tomorrow and you had amnesia and you didn't remember everything that had happened to you, you wouldn't be that upset. That's kind of what I'm getting at. 3 of Cups. So you have quite some reason to be upset. I can see. There's obviously some sort of third-party situation going on here, either within a friendship where you feel an Aries cheated you out of a friendship, or as a partner, they are hurting you. And this may be through their constant self-medicating or through some sort of extraneous affair. So, let's see. Let's keep going. Deep breath. I mean, listen, considering what the planets are doing and how they're messing with you, I still think it's a fairly positive reading. But I do see how you're very sensitive right now. And unfortunately, your sensitivity is coming at a time where there's a lot that's going to be thrown at you. And that combination sucks, and I'm sorry. But let's see how to deal with it productively. The positive side of the Emperor is strength, power, resolve, the ability to influence and create change, and to rule. You can embody this energy instead of the 9 of Swords. You can make that choice depending on how your scales are weighing these days. Judgment and the Hermit. So lots of major arcana. And then another fire sign card. I think all the major arcana because you feel so lost. Right? And so the cards are trying to guide you out of the dark place and out of the misery of not being the one that's chosen, perhaps. Now, if you're dealing with a Virgo, this is someone that you're going to really have it out with. And you may feel like you've had it out with them before, but this is really having it out. And they will respond typically in Virgo fashion. So although I can see how the energy is very prone to this, I would say don't waste your time. I would say instead, say what you have to say, but say it in a manner where you don't have to converse about it. This is not a conversation. The Judgment card is not a conversation. The Judgment card is proclamation. You say what you have to say and then get out. If that means you do it over text or email or whatever, that's fine. And then you embody the Hermit energy. Take a step back from everything. Not like this, but like this. This is not someone who has chosen solitude out of desperation or fear or hurt. This is someone who chooses solitude because it is the only way to reach the deeper mysteries of internal knowing. You have the chance to go on that what about Bob vacation from your problems, and if you choose this as your destination, and what is this? Going internally, looking inside self, and not being so connected to the externality, not caring what people are saying, not caring how people are triggering you, really becoming a bit detached and removed for the next month. If you are able to embody this energy, you will coast through all the stuff that's being thrown at you. This is what's required of you, and I know it's hard for you. It's the sign right before you. It's the energy right before you. It is not comfortable for you. Virgo is internal, Libra is external. I get it. But right now you need to draw on this power because the things, the swords that are out here looking to hurt you are too sharp for you. Better to hide and fight another day, right? And keep that face pretty. Ew. Gotta do the Cardi. Ew. Oh, Cardi, you're working too hard. So, now, let's read it like a story, okay? And then we'll see under the what's going on here at the bottom of the deck and look at what we'll talk about in the extended. So, the month starting off requiring from you to get a pretty good handle on evening out the scales, weighing too much on the side of what others are thinking and how you appear to others. This then facilitates someone being able to get under your skin, go back and forth with that person, and cause quite some upset in your life. If you take the bait, which this person will readily give you, then what happens is you go into a cycle of being pretty sad and then finding out even more stuff that makes you even more sad. The way to avoid this, these 4 cards here, is to stay within this, I'm going to balance my cups, my scales, whatever you want to call them, out. I am going to put people and my image in the public in its proper place by weighing out the heart and the mind, and I'm going to fully ignore everyone who's trying to bring this hostile energy into my life. Once you remove the purveyor of the hostility, the effects of the hostility go with them. And then what you're left with is a pretty honest conversation that you need to have with somebody. It may be with this person, it may not. It may be with that person, actually. But you say what needs to be said. It is not a dialogue. Again, it's you stating what needs to be stated and then going on your vacation. All right, let's look at bottom of the deck. Knight of Wands. So again, this fire sign, just not wanting to quit. And it doesn't have to be a fire sign. It's someone who feels greatly entitled to you. 8 of Swords, Page of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Okay. All right. Really? So, person coming in, upset. Person coming in, upset. Person coming in, upset. You see? Triggered, 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 triggered. You are being triggered over and over again, like seems almost cosmic. You know, like the universe is messing with you. I know that's how you must be feeling. And so even though at the beginning of the reading, it may have seemed like a really easy kind of, nonchalant way to be like, oh, this is the solution to your problems. Just take a mental vacation. Just forget that you have problems. No, it's not that simple, obviously. And I would never mean to simplify it like that. By no means would I want to diminish how you're feeling, but I am right. A step back and a removal, a detachment is really necessary right now, Libra, because you cannot sustain this level of pain. So take the step back and let April unfold. And as this character proves time and again, that which is yours will come straight to you. You don't need to dwell in this energy to have what is truly yours. All right? I will see you in the extended. The extended can be found through the website. You go to ambercon.com and click extended readings. Everything is there. You can stream it, you can download it, you can rent it, and it's instant. Or you can go to the Shopify link below, and actually a box will pop up here, and if you click that, it'll take you to the website, and you can get the extendeds there. Or a Shopify link will be below, and you can click that, and then you have to wait for me to send you the link. So those are the two options. There's also going to be Eventbrite links for April 6th in Atlanta and April 8th in New York. I think there's 2 tickets left. Might already be sold out, sorry. And that's about it. I love you, Libra. It's going to be okay. I'll take this vacation with you. How about that? I'll see you in the extended, and I'll see you in May.